Is it a hazard of the job? Abby Zwerner filed a lawsuit against Newport News Public Schools after a student shot her. The school district's attorneys are working to get that lawsuit dismissed. They argue it should be covered under the Workers' Compensation Act.
And the same goes for Walmart. Breonna Tyler filed a lawsuit against the company following the deadly mass shooting in November. 6 were killed. Tyler claims that she got hurt while running away from the shooter who killed her co-workers. 10 on Your Side spoke with 2 legal experts as judges deliberate whether these cases fall under workers' comp. Our Amy Avery joins us now in the studio to tell us what you've learned.
Well, Stephanie and Regina, the Virginia's Workers' Compensation Act, just like many others around the country, pays workers after they've been injured on the job. But legal experts tell us the big difference between workers' comp and filing a lawsuit for an injury like both Abby Zwerner and Breonna Tyler did is that it doesn't cover the emotional distress or the recovery to follow.
Is this a workplace injury or isn't it?
Regent Professor Dr. Lewis Hensler says there are jobs like being a police officer or working in security where getting shot could be part of the job, but says while working at Walmart or at a school, you usually don't think that's going to happen.
Definitely happened on the job. It definitely happened at the workplace. It definitely was done by a fellow employee. So the way the analysis usually ends up coming down is if the shooting was essentially motivated by things that had nothing to do with the job, it's not going to be considered a workplace injury.
Hensler says even if it's personal but job-related, it could still be covered, but that's where things get cloudy.
Was he upset about the way things were going at the job, and that's what was motivating his shooting his fellow employees? If so, that helps Walmart to argue this is a workplace injury. Abby Zwerner was shot by a student. I mean, it's really hard to argue that it doesn't have anything to do with the job.
Hensler says what he believes makes Breonna Tyler's case against Walmart weaker than Abby Zwerner's is that it was done by a fellow employee. UVA law professor Dr. Rip Verkerke says Virginia is unlike many other states and has a stringent understanding of what injury by accident is. He says the state's workers' comp law also includes shootings and intentional assaults in the workplace.
There is, in fact, an exception in most workers' compensation statutes around the country for intentional injuries.
Dr. Verkerke says one way to think about it is that it's a bargain between the employer and the employees. He says the question is whether or not this sort of injury is inside the bargain or out.
It's not to say that it's about the consequences, but it's more about what the range of hazards that you would think are a part of this bargain.
And Dr. Verkerke says the payout in one of these lawsuits, if an employer were to be found liable, would be astronomically higher than what they'd pay in workers' comp. He also believes these cases would be heard differently in other states. We'll have more on that at 6 and over on wavy.com. Amy Avery, 10 on Your Side.